today we're going to be talking to Phil Harwood from Kingpin Choppers. Phil's a guy that's been around for a long time in the chopper motorbike scene. We're also going to be announcing, well, continuing to announce that we've got $500 worth of free goodies from Hunter Motorcycle online store with every bike sold before the end of March. And I'll be right back with you shortly. Rightio, guys. All of you who know Phil or know a buddy that may be interested in that, don't forget to share, like this, and share it with your mates so that we can get as many people to check this out as possible. This guy is a real legend of the motorcycle building industry in Australia.
Hey viewers, if you just joined us, we're in Brisbane. We're at Kingpin Choppers with me old mate Phil. Welcome back, Phil.
Thank you.
Hey, check ya.
Thank you.
And right before my eyes, she on the corner of Third Avenue with that Fortune Records smile said, get out of town.
Awesome.
We'll be happy to do that for you.
He ain't crying, Del Rey Paul. Well, who's this woman? Standing right before my eyes. She on the corner of Third Avenue with that Fortune Records smile.
He's not just a chopper builder, he is a lot of other things, and not all of them I'm going to mention on this show, but he's also a hunter dealer. He's been a hunter dealer with us for, it'd be coming up 9 years now, so it's been awesome to have him around, and he's does a lot of customizing on those, and we'll talk to him about that. So before we go to Phil, I just want to remind you all to like and share with your mates and invite them onto the show.
Okay, now friend request.
Tap the friends icon up there, invite some of your mates, invite all your mates. Type them a quick message to tell them that we are awesome and hit that send button.
Do you want to invite a friend to watch?
Okay, now friend request.
All right, so we got Phil here from Kingpin Choppers. Welcome, Phil.
Thank you very much. Good to be here.
Yeah, awesome, mate. Good to have you along. Now, first up, I'm going to go right back to the beginning, buddy. What was it that got you into motorcycles in the start?
I just loved motorcycles from when I was a little kid. And as soon as I had a few younger ones, but when I was old enough, I got a motorcycle straight away. And I always had a bit of a thing for the custom choppers and the old school choppers. I love that stuff.
So what was your first bike?
My first motorcycle was a 1950 panhead. It was a Springer rigid panhead. I had that for 5 years.
Yeah, right.
That taught me a hell of a lot about motorbikes, actually.
And it would have been a bit of fun. It was a kickstart only or electric start?
No, kickstart only.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Mate, I think, well, those of us that love their bikes and V-twins in particular would all have either owned a panhead or have lusted after one, mate. It's a pretty cool bike to own. And so going on from that, obviously you fueled your passion, turned it into a career, and you've built a whole bunch of bikes, and we've like you can check out your Facebook page and have a look at those. But what do you reckon would be your favourite build that you've done?
My favourite one was Skullfire. That was my bike. It was and skull headlights and the skull air cleaner and 360 rear tyre and 23 front.
Is that is that the TP donk you had in that one?
No, that was only an Ultima one in that
Ultima,
one.
right.
I was a TP dealer. I think I still am.
Yeah.
But I don't get many motors like that anymore.
Mm.
But the other good one that we did was the croc chopper.
Yeah,
We built
sure.
the croc chopper from the ground up. We built that in at the motor show in 2006 and in front of a live audience.
Yeah, awesome, awesome. And I'll just point out to the viewers that we've got live. when we were talking to Phil and his twin shot there on the side, you could see there's a bunch of bikes there, and they're not just random motorcycle pictures of choppers that are pulled from anywhere. These are all bikes that Kingpin Choppers have built, and so he's the actual real deal. And where other chopper builders and on the TV shows and stuff, they their bikes were largely off-the-shelf products bolted together, and Kingpin Choppers actually fabricates a lot of parts. They've got their own CNC machine shop, and back in these guys started building choppers before it was the popular thing to do, and the only way to get the parts that you required was to make them. They weren't. There was no eBay. There was no bloody internet back then. So yeah. And would you credit that to your success, or the fact that you're the one that's still going, Phil?
Yep, we still do that today. We like to build the parts for your bike, like an old chopper shop would, and we specialise in sissy bars, handlebars. We do beautiful Z bars for little hunters.
Yep.
And sissy bars and pipes. We're building the beautiful power pipes or the old school fishtail pipes, whatever they want, but we'll hand build them for you.
Yeah,
And,
awesome.
We're very proud of that. Very proud of that.
And you've certainly had some skilled mechanics there over the years. I remember our friend, the late Wazza, certainly a superstar. He was an awesome bike rider, and a great builder in his day, and
He was.
went out like the rock star that he was too. So rest in peace, Wazza. But
we're just talking to his mate yesterday, and we're just talking about him yesterday, saying how we can't believe he's gone, but oh well. These things happen, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But anyway, we specialise in building parts for the hunters and that a lot, and we get a lot of customers come here for the custom fabrication that no other shop will do for them.
And that's the thing. I mean, a lot of hunter owners are new to motorcycling, and they don't necessarily understand that. Motorbikes in general, particularly with your custom needs, it's the things that you want done aren't off-the-shelf products. They're stuff that you have to get somebody to make, and there's not much that you guys can't do there.
No, we can do anything you can do to a Harley, we can do to your little Hunter. No worries.
Yeah, and so you got John on board with you these days, is that right? John's still around?
Yeah, John Allen, he's been racing for about 20 years.
Yeah.
He still does a little bit of racing, but he's very good at the fabrication as well. Really good.
Yeah.
Like he built the whole manifold and exhaust and everything for that turbo Hunter we did. He did all that. It was quite magical.
There's a special bike. First turbocharged Hunter motorcycle in the country, and these guys designed it, built it from scratch, and that thing.
Okay, folks, here's John. He's taken the turbo Hunter for a little spin. So you can have a listen to it. Have a listen to this. Give it a few breaths there, John. Yeah, Chris, mate. Chris. Oh, she's flying. How's that, folks? No problem.
Now I know you couldn't hear that because you were just on the phone, but that's a beautiful sounding bike, and I'm sure you remember what it was like that day.
I know exactly what it sounds like. It was great. I rode it myself.
Yeah, so it's a testament to the fact that you guys can actually do anything that a customer wants. Obviously, custom work comes at a price.
That's right.
Yeah, Bomber, tell us what. Sorry, when I say Bomber, once upon a time back in the day, it was your nickname, and I keep accidentally harking back to it. But Phil, who's the most famous customer you've ever had?
Most famous? Oh God, I do not know.
Got you on the spot there, mate. Hey, okay, so cracking back to that, what you've been on TV a few times. What shows have you been on?
Mainly on Channel 9. We did one with an afternoon show, and we did another one with a kids show where they came in and we showed them the machine shop making the Harley parts, and and pass for hunters and whatever bikes we were working on.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, money to those shows. We've been to a lot of the big Gold Coast bike show. That was great. It would have been good to have the hunters back then.
I've certainly seen you. Yeah, I have seen you at a lot of shows over the years, and magazine articles back to when you had big long mullet, and there's a different feel back in those days. And I did also have seen you on Blokes World. And bit of fun there at the shop. It was,
viewers, if you just join us, we're in Brisbane. We're at Kingpin Choppers with me old mate Phil. Welcome back, Phil.
Now that we're talking over the top of it, when Ado was there and you had a couple of models there and doing promo for Hunter Motorcycles and for Kingpin Choppers. Looks like a fun day. It's just about
We'll be happy to do that for you.
This is my favourite bit. This bit here right here. I don't know. Can you see that, Phil?
He cried and
Great day.
standing right before my eyes. On the corner of
Certainly enjoyed eating it, I'm sure.
Yes. My eyes are bulging out of my head.
So, obviously, you know, you got into this because you love motorbikes, as we all do. You've had the chopper shop and it's still going. Also, you don't mind putting a few Ks on the road yourself. What's the furthest you've ridden a motorbike?
The furthest, I've been to Darwin and back, and I've been to Perth and back.
But you can't get much further than that without riding across water, can you?
No. Well, I went to Tasmania, but we had to get on the boat. But I went there early in the year. But the long rides like that over to the Nullarbor and all that, we camped every night. It was fantastic. It was something you'll never forget in your whole life.
I'd have to agree with you. Some of my favourite times in my whole life, favourite holidays, full stop, bar none, are just riding on a motorbike, camping in the dirt and riding on a motorbike again, and day in, day out.
Yeah.
And, we managed to wedge a few beers in between, but certainly happy times. So, and I know, I do remember, it wasn't that long ago that you rode over to WA and you rode on one of the bikes that you built or customised yourself, and it made it all the way across to WA and back. So I think that's one thing that, you know, like I keep saying, things that set Kingpin Choppers apart, because clearly there's a few reasons why you're still around and the other blokes aren't, is that your bikes are rideable. They're registerable and rideable.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So pull them all round, you know. They can go to a show and you can ride them to a show, win the show, and ride home. That's what we try to achieve with every bike. I think we've done pretty well so far. Yeah,
and you've certainly won your fair share of shows in the day, haven't you?
Yes, I've won quite a few. Yes. And I must say, a lot of shows are very biased, and sometimes it's hard to win if you're not mates with the people there. But we still managed to get a few in.
Oh, mate, I have seen it firsthand. Quite often the judges for the shows are magazine editors, and if you don't advertise in their magazine, you may not be looking at a trophy. That's the case, isn't it? But look, I suppose everybody looks after their sponsors, and you know, we all do the best we can to help each other. It's a pretty small community, the professional motorcycle community in Australia, and
what we enjoy most of these shows is winning People's Choice. We think that's the one to win. When the people are voting for your bike, not the judges, you know.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's where the true builders certainly come to the fore.
Yeah.
Well, mate, I've run out of questions for you, buddy. But is there anything you'd like to say in closing?
No, I'd just like to say I'm very proud to have the Hunters on board, and I think they go perfect with my business and the Harleys, and a lot of young people these days. Up here, they have to have their license for 2 years on a learner bike. So a lot of them come in and see the style of the Hunters and are very happy, you know.
Hey, before we go, I just I have not even had a chance to look at the Facebook page, but Phil, I'm sure, will be happy to answer anybody's questions they've got about custom motorbikes, motorcycling, general choppers, anything you'd like to have answered. So I'll throw it out there. If there's anybody got any questions for Phil, fire away. In the meantime, you guys have a weekly ride. Do you do that every Friday?
Every Friday at 1 o'clock, we ride down to the local pub, and it's a really nice ride through the country. It's only about 15, 20 minutes, but we get a lot of hunters, and we get all bikes, Victories, Indians,
Yep.
the Honda Shadows, Boulevards. And it's great.
And everyone's welcome, yeah?
Everyone's welcome, yes.
So
Yep. Come on,
obviously
postie bike.
leaves from your dealership, and everybody. So you can Google Kingpin Choppers to find them. But while we've got you here, whereabouts are you, Phil?
We're in Brendale. We're at 49193 South Pine Road, Brendale.
So that's in Queensland for those of you who don't know.
Yep,
but
Queensland, sorry.
And so when you go to find Phil's shop, it can be at first it's a big block of awesome shops, and there's some other cool shops to have a look at there as well. Little Mix shop was down there. I don't know if that still is, but yep. So get on down, check them out, and every Friday if you want to just rock up there at 1 o'clock and go for a ride. So Phil's obviously he's just come back and landed in time to do this live for us. So thanks a bunch for that. And can you see over there, Mitch, if we've got any questions for Phil that we can deal with? No,
but I'm sure they'll come through.
Okay.
I'll look forward to any questions.
Yeah, no worries. Sure. Well, they can catch you on your Facebook page. What's the best Facebook page to get a hold of you, Phil?
Phil, Phil, Phil Harwood, HARWOOD.
Yep. Or, of course, there's the Kingpin Choppers page, yeah?
That's right, yes.
Yeah, okay. And
Kingpin Choppers website, I have a great YouTube. I have some nice hunters on the YouTube. I have Harleys, bikes we built, rides. I've got over 100 good YouTube pictures there to have a look at.
Yeah, cool. Is that kingpinchoppers.com or .com.au?
Kingpinchoppers.com.au.
Yeah, no worries. All right, so be sure to check that out, guys. I'm sure there's some good stuff to have a look at. Phil's always, throughout the ages, made sure he's always captured a few photos of awesome things, and when you have a look at his Facebook page every day, there's a new cool pic, and a lot of them are his. You'll see some old pictures of his motorbikes, some old pictures of back in the day when he had long hair and various facial hair arrangements and all sorts of stuff going on. Yeah. So, and how's your health these days? It'd be remiss of me not to ask. Going good?
Pretty good.
Yeah, good stuff. All right, well, I'd like to big thank you to Phil, big thumbs up to Kingpin Choppers. Thanks for coming on board, and keep up the great work for Hunter Motorcycles. If you need a Hunter motorcycle and you are north side of Brisbane or anywhere in Queensland, be sure to go and check these guys out. They've got Hunters there in stock, and always happy to talk about customising and anything that you want done to your bike, and there's not much that they haven't done. All right, thanks again, Phil.
Thank you very much.
Been awesome to have you along.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Thank you.
Good stuff. All right, cheers, buddy.
Yeah, mate.
Alrighty, that just about wraps it up. Don't forget, guys, you can check out Hunter Motorcycles at huntermotorcycles.com.au, or our Facebook page is Hunter Motorcycles Worldwide. And when you go on our website, we have a shop there full of parts and accessories and all sorts of stuff. If you can't find a part that you want, you can always go to one of our dealers, and awesome fabricators amongst them, and stuff that they can build up for you. And $500 worth of free parts from our online store for every brand new Hunter motorcycle sold from a dealership up until the end of March. So get on with that one, and I'll see you next time, live with Benno.